Okay, cool. Okay, everybody, or anybody, nobody's on right now, but that I wouldn't expect anybody to be on. Um, and I'm not a person anymore who wants to talk about hypnosis or mind control or any of that. I no longer practice those things. So people can change. People can change. Okay, so I want to show you guys like a couple of cool little things, but I want to discuss first that if people lose faith in society or people lose faith, see, the only power the government really has is the people's belief in it or their faith in it. And as our governments, like our economies are collapsing, inflation is ridiculous. And we're just filling our houses full of junk, useless junk, and we're unhappy and spending more and more time online on the internet. We're all addicted to the internet. I am too. 100%. I'm addicted to the internet. And it's bad. There's no happiness on the internet. Oh man, it looks like it's going to be nice out. I might go to my land after I'm done this and mill some wood or something. Anyway, what's happening in society has been designed, I believe, 100%. We could talk about it. I'll go over it a little bit, I guess. But the mass immigration thing is meant. It could only lead to one thing. People are, because everybody's we're propagandized. We're propagandized beyond anything we're propagandized and brainwashed. That was kind of like when I made my subliminal videos there. I was in the belief still. I do believe it still that hypnosis and subliminal messages and mind control can be useful. Or, oh goodness, I got a dirty glass. That's gross. And they can help people change. I guess I probably shouldn't have such an aversion to it, but I don't know, the idea is now offensive to me. There's just so much potential for wrongness, and I don't really have that kind of right to do that to somebody else, even if they ask us to. I don't know. I repent of ever doing that. It gets to be a slippery slope. I understand. Like, thank goodness. Well, I was getting bad. I was looking at people as if they were just like programmable as like computers. Yeah. I'll put my commands in there and get you to do what I want. Like, my view of humanity at the time, it was sick. It's a very clinical understanding of humankind. Now I have a different understanding, but I don't feel like I really know humankind, which is weird because I'm a human being and I interact with human beings all the time. But I don't feel like I understand it. There's people in groups. So I was a pastor this week was talking about. He's talking about what was he talking about? Community. And why it's like, it should be, it's like it's Christian to be involved in community. But like, what about I don't believe there's a thing for everybody. There's like I'm an introvert. It's hard for me to be around, to be in groups, and to have like to be involved in community and stuff is not something I'd be comfortable with. And people don't realize it. Like I've got myself trained to hide it, but I've severe anxiety uh, in groups, like through the roof. You don't even know. Like I'm good at church. I just sing along, and I feel like but I'm not. Oh, I mean, I have a hard time around like in groups and stuff. I don't. I kind of hang around the woods and do my sawmill thing, and just things I want to talk to you guys. I want to. I want to have. I'm gonna do some of these live streams talking to people. I feel that I should share what I know, and what I believe, what I foresee. If if I'm right or whatever, if I'm wrong, whatever. But I believe that I owe it to whoever I can to sound the warning bell as much as possible about the future. First, I think so. Let's get into it. I think 2033 is 2,000 years after the death of Christ, right? I believe we're on a timeline. Like everything's already. I don't believe that the future has. I know that the future's already happened. Like past, future, present are not. They're they're all on the same. Like the future, the past equally happened already as the future. Like we're not in like, we're not really in like time isn't what we think it is at all. It is not what we think it is. We have this linear experience of it that confuses us. But so like, it's already it's like no, there's nothing that hasn't happened yet. Nothing. But shit, that's a big tangent. I should have said that. Anyway, 2033, 2,000 years after the death of Christ. That makes 2026 or 7 years before that. So if I'm correct, that means the tribulation begins coming up this year. And looking at Russia, United States, China, you can see it. But that might also be Israel and Gaza right now. There's new wars going on in Africa right now. So, what is this? Like, you need any more evidence, man? How many wars are going on around the world right now? Big ones. Serious. And now there's 2 major wars going on with first world nations. So, but I would not suggest going to war for people who run our countries. Like I wouldn't. And I wouldn't leave my country to defend it either. And I know that might seem that, but I don't like our government, and I don't like the system the way it is. I believe in freedom. I believe in human ingenuity. I believe people should be free. I believe people should be free first and foremost. Like I like the principles on which the United States was founded. I do. But there's something going on. Like I don't believe. See, the world is not actually bad. When I'm over at my uncle's house, like right now, I'm jacking up my uncle's house, getting it leveled. And we've got some bottle jacks, and it's been it's been raining this morning, but it looks like it's getting sunny now out. So once I'm done doing this, I'm gonna go probably over there and move some bottle jacks and try to continue. I need to get the house leveled so I can put floors in and But anyway, I have much to discuss. So yeah, I think all that stuff's going on right now, but also the no matter what type of political content you're consuming, you are being propagandized. And so is every single person. Okay. And the left and right have propaganda that is so sharp against each other that people in families are like, people will not go to some of their relatives' houses because because of their political beliefs. I mean, I'm anti-politics altogether. I don't like any of our politicians. I think that our governments are just as corrupt as Rome, and I am grateful that the system's collapsing. I'm welcoming the collapse of the dollar, and you might want it too. I mean, it depends on the kind of person you are. Okay? But yeah, like the dollar's gonna. I believe the dollar's gonna collapse. It has to. And World War III at the same time as basically a global civil war, at least in all Western nations. You can see it's already kind of in front of you. People, it's this left and right divide. It's racism, which I fall into sometimes. Truth matters. Truth matters more than scripture. Right? But we should not have hatred ever towards anybody. Doesn't matter who they are. A lot of people don't realize. I was just watching some shit about black microaggressions, like talking about microaggressions or whatever. Now it's like, oh, you're bitching, but it's like they got a point. Like, you know how many white people or liberals like treat them like they're babies, and they could be millionaires. Like it was one of them. I don't remember. It was like some famous rapper, some football player, or somebody said that. It was like, I hate it. They treat me like I'm like permanent underclass. Like I'm always like I need I need them, or like I need their their sympathy or whatever it was. Right? He was like, oh man. He's like, dude, I'm a millionaire. What the hell? You got to be. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm not oppressed. Don't look at me like I'm oh yeah. He's like, don't look at me like I'm automatically oppressed. I'm a millionaire. Like, you know, and it's like they hate it. And I see that, man. I'm looking at it too. It's like I would hate it for everybody to always look at me like I'm this oppressed fucking, like I'm incapable and I need their charity and stuff. Like a man wants to feel like a man. And I think that's been taken away from the black man a lot. I think that's been really taken away from the black man. I got a lot of sympathies for those guys. I think they've lost that dignity of, in a lot of ways. Actually, I think a lot of immigrants lose that dignity. I think a lot of immigrants lose that dignity. I think a man should, like every man wants to feel like a man. I know that, and nobody likes to take charity, although immigrants have to, right? They have to take charity. How else are they going to survive? Most of them, the immigrants we've got here coming into Canada, they want to work. There's just been so many so fast that it's causing a shock, and it's starting to really hurt the economy and it's hurting the people. See, that's how you can't you can't hate the immigrants, man. You can't. It's not their fault. They're just seeking a better life. Like, Don't hate him. You can't. At the same time, when you're seeing these families living in tents in Canadian cities, it's like, fuck. How many families spent the night in a tent on Christmas? That shouldn't be happening. Young Canadians shouldn't be priced out of the housing market. It just shouldn't happen. It's wrong. Like it was, what happened was wrong. And it's like, oh, take that, you racists. But it's like, and it's like, we didn't have a heck of a lot of people complaining when it was happening slowly. When people from here are getting displaced, well, it's not on purpose. Nobody's looking at the government. These people are there. It's like all the propaganda's got them looking at the other person going, I hate you. I hate you. And the other guy's watching propaganda saying, I hate this guy. He's the problem. He's the problem with society. And everybody's looking at everybody else saying he's the problem with society. And right now, everybody wants to create their utopia. It's fucking bad. The factions of the Great War are all there right now. It's just how the tinder hasn't sparked yet. That's all. But it's all right there. All the groups are there. And they're all primed with hatred towards each other. And they all also feel like their lives are under threat. So it's a dangerous fucking situation going on in the States. And it's going on all over the world. The whole world's under this tension right now. It's crazy. But why? And it's the propaganda. Like, as soon as you put down your phone and just fucking, I go mill some lumber on Sawmill or fucking jack up my uncle's house. When I'm just thinking about that, the whole world's fucking beautiful, man. Beautiful world. I'm living in heaven. It's only when I start fucking watching TV or getting into this shit, I start feeding the propaganda and my mind starts to work. And it's like, what about this? What about that? What about that? Drive myself nuts with it, man. I can't help it. I can't help it. I think about everything. I'm often wrong, but I'll even think about things through the wrong perspective. Because you never know. You never know if your perspectives are right. You never know, man. How do I know? It's the thing. I'm like the one person. I don't know anything. Nothing. What I do know is politics is not worth hating anybody over. Bro, there's a God, man. You gotta. Shit. People don't know that. So I wish more people just practice magic. You know? I wish more people just practice magic. Just long enough that you realize there's a God. You go, holy fuck. That's why it works. That's what I want people to have. That's what I wish for humanity. Why not? Whatever leads you to a true knowing of God, like you should do. Oh no, but the occult, I've been told by the church. So I shouldn't whisper. But the occult, they're like, oh, the occult, and I'm, worried about the church and all this, but whatever leads you to God, leads you to God. And your whole life is fulfilled. It does not matter what anybody thinks of you. It does not matter what you own. It does not matter. You've achieved your purpose in life. You've gotten to know God. Now you walk with God and fulfill whatever, and He will lead you into whatever purpose He has for you. So, and whatever works for you to find Him, and really find Him. Like if church isn't working for you, where you're like, try something else. Try something else because you want to know God. Try something else. Get some tarot cards. Flip them out. All right? Ask questions to the tarot cards. You know why that works? The universe is talking to you. Right? Let's see. The universe in God. The universe is God. Or no, it isn't. Sorry, that's not right. The universe is in God. Man is in the universe and of the universe. The universe is in God and of God. Understand? And that's why tarot cards work. That's why Futhark runes work. The I Ching, all of it. Nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to hear that. They're like, oh, I want to judge this person as evil and feel like there's some kind of evil sinner that's going to hell. It's like, that person probably knows God better than you do. Be honest. They just don't believe in the same. They just don't have the same version of it. They don't believe in the book. They believe in the God. It's not the book. And that's kind of where I'm at. I believe in God. I kind of consider myself more of a Hindu Christian, kind of, because I definitely see. I could even be like a pagan Christian, I guess, too. It's kind of the same thing. I believe those are the same kind of religions, and I believe Christianity's the same religion too. I believe those are all three the same religion. If you take away the Judaism of the Christianity, is the New Testament is Odinism. It's just a name. It's just Jesus, just Odin with a different name. It's the same story, man. Great spirit of the world who walks among his creation. Yeah. I just had a different name for him, and it gets a thing. And I think, and I believe that. Jesus wouldn't just, like, it's not just, this is a messenger sent from God. He's not just coming to one group of people, man. Just stop thinking that. It's not. Like, messenger from God is there for everyone. And will be there for everyone. Maybe different forms among the earth or whatever it is, but he's going to be there. Everybody's going to get their chance to meet him. Here's the teachings. Now, I don't know about this Romanism. I think our society today is still Romanism. I think that we're all cruel inside towards each other because our society, because elites are cruel to us. It's not free. I think humanity is ready for an evolution. All right. And I think that when we outgrow our government, we will just outgrow our government. And something new will evolve. And we're going to evolve. We are evolving. We are evolving to the point where we need a new style, a new concept of government. This oligarchy, the oligarchy fake democracy doesn't work anymore. And it's fucking retarded and unnecessary. You know how much fucking money these guys make? Everybody knows it. But that's what I mean. It's collapsing. It's collapsing a lot faster than you think it is. And all that's going to come next is the draft. Like, honestly, are you going to go overseas and go kill people for these guys because they tell you have to? Some fucking government guy comes up to your door. You going? I'm not. I will kill for you, man. Absolutely not. Now, if people attack Canada, come to Canada, I will defend Canada. I would stay here and defend Canada. I'm not going overseas to go kill other people for these assholes who are basically all billionaires. Like Justin Trudeau is dating fucking Katy Perry now. Like, this is our world. This is like, you understand what a disgrace that? Like, this is what, like, our our entire world is it's bad. It's bananas, and it's never going back. It's never going to be sensible times again. It can't be. How are you going to pay off the U.S.? How's the U.S. going to pay off its debt? It's not. Third World War and sort of chips out later. New system, more control, more tyranny. It's the same playbook over and over and over again. What happened to Russia before? Before you know what I mean? It collapsed. It grew into like a horrible tyranny by the time of its collapse. And then the people don't want to support it. You know what I mean? And we're not gonna. That's why it's gonna collapse. But as it does, it's gonna be hard. You know? But when the power just goes out, cell phone stops working. Where do you live? You're in the city? What's the power, you know? If there's a fucking serious enough attack, even on the States, your power is done. What are you gonna do? Gotta be ready. You better be ready because it's gonna happen. Right? It's on, man. Like China and Russia are not afraid of the States. Donald Trump is posturing. He's a wartime president. They just didn't tell you that you're at war yet. And I don't know. People still think that the fucking president is like it's a puppet show, man. All of it is. Decisions are not made by fucking one guy, man. Or not really, no. They're not. There's no Mr. Burns or whatever controlling the whole world. I'll show you guys my little kit here. I got a cool little fucking survival kit. I'll show you. Oh, and here I got a saw here. So with this, you can get some branches, and spend long enough cutting, you can get some logs, you know. It's a slow saw, but it's a saw that works and it's compact, and you just got it right in that little thing, which is great for a little emergency, any kind of little emergency. You know, it's more for like if you're stuck on the side of the road type of emergencies, but it's a great little thing to have in the bug out bag because you want to have backups for everything. Because this little tool here it's got these little wrenches, like all these slots are wrenches, and a beer can opener. This here is kind of like a saw, which is kind of stupid. Actually, it's not really that handy. It's got a bit of a blade on this side, but it could be and it's got a can opener on it anyway too, so you can open cans with it. It's kind of like, you know, if you need something and you're desperate, that's a good thing to have. You got your ferro rod, fire starter there, and get some tinder. Nice bright flashlight. It's a tactical flashlight. I don't know. I haven't put a battery in it yet, but it's supposed to be. They say not to shine it in your eyes because it's whatever, high intensity. And you got a whistle, a loud whistle. You want to get attention, get rescued. You know, if you're stuck somewhere and you need to get rescued, that's great. Knife. So if you want this little, I'll show you this little knife. It's a cool little knife. Little tiny compact little knife. You can put this in the bottom of your boot. This is like so concealable. It's fucking actually pretty awesome for that. But I don't need to really conceal knives anymore. But if you did have a reason that you needed to conceal a knife, this would be fucking the one to get. It's got a little knife here. It's sharp enough. You guys got your bottle cap opener on the end of it. Again, you get some screw. There's some bolt or nut. Like little wrenches. Like you got three sizes of wrench on it. It's just great. You know, it's a pretty handy little. Like, if you're just stuck, you don't have a knife or anything, and you gotta, you know, say you gotta have some other stuff, right? But, you know, you need to cut a rope or whatever. And whatever. Once your knife that you have breaks, if it's, you know, it's good to always have a backup, especially when they don't take up much space. You never know where life is gonna go, man. I think it's gonna go sideways. This here's not that handy though. It's just a windshield breaker, so you get trapped in your car. This is a good little thing to have on your thing, up on your visor, I guess, in case you ever go off a bridge. Little light. You can see, I got a compass, and I'll tell you, if you're in the woods, you need a compass. You need a compass. You can get turned around in like a few feet in the woods and be heading in the complete wrong direction. If it's dense forest, you have no chance. You have no chance. You can't even. I don't know. I've tried anyway. I don't know. You're like, oh, you just look at the moss on the tree, and you're like, I don't know. I don't think I was seeing much moss on the tree. I was trying to leave it, but you can't really see. You can't tell. You can't see it. You can't see the fucking sun over the trees or nothing. You just like you're in thick forest, and you got obstacles down trees and shit like this. You gotta climb over. It's like, are you trying to move around certain things? Because it's like piles. It'll be a pile of down trees, and you got to get around it. But as you're getting around it, you're changing direction, and you lose where you really are. Right? It's easy to just go too far, go around a couple trees too far, and then you lost your direction completely. Yeah. This book here. So I got this. I think everybody's bug out bag should have this. Like, this here's a great little kit. This is not, you're not gonna survive with this for the rest of your life or nothing, but it's great for a little emergency, little prepared kit. If something happens, you just got it, and you might eke out survival with it. I don't see why you wouldn't. You could. Good. You got a little saw like that. Cut off the fucking boughs off evergreens and make yourself a little shelter. Get yourself a little fire going. You might survive. I know it might keep you alive in an emergency. This here is fucking awesome. This here is, if you want to have this in your bug out bag, this is just any kind of manual. I don't even mean just this exact one. Prepare for Anything Survival Manual by Tim Murdoch and the editors of Outdoor Life. That's just pretty neat little reference book. So if you if you need to tie a certain kind of knot and you don't know how, there's a knot reference section in there. They teach you pretty much any knot you want to know is explained in there, right? So you're like, oh fuck, I got rope. Now I know how to attach it in different ways that it might need to be attached. There's all kinds of shit. There's how to escape from zip ties. You get they get like little cartoons and stuff of, Oh yeah, you get different recommendations of what kind of knives you should have, which I don't necessarily agree with. I'll go get my knife. It's in my jeans pocket. I just got a Bic, and it's I forget, Lancelot. Yeah, it's the Bic, a Buck Lancelot. It's just you can open it with one hand if you need to be moving something or anything, and it has a clip, so it just goes into my pocket. I like to always, you never know, like, when you're out in the woods, you gotta have a knife with you. A knife and a compass are two necessities in the woods. You have to have them, because you never know. You might have to stay a while, and if you don't have something to cut some things with, you might be in trouble. right? If anything happens to your compass, you're gonna need your knife. And a way to light a fire. You have to have a means of lighting a fire. Right? I think everybody should have, like, I know if a lot of people living in the cities don't think you're gonna need to have those types of skills, but the cities, I'm gonna tell you, are filled with armies of criminals who are going to outgun you. It doesn't even matter which criminals I'm talking about, because it's gonna be criminals are going to own the cities, and as food runs out and such, it won't be them going hungry. And they got all the weapons, and they use them, right? All these drug dealers and stuff, they're already trained. They're already killing each other all the time, and they're already out there with guns, ready to kill. All of them illegal. And I will tell you, there are fucking fully automatic that fucking some of these, like, so fully automatic is nothing compared to some of to these guys. It is nothing to these guys. They're something different, right? So you think you're gonna survive in that? You got to think again. Everybody's gonna be desperate as hell. Like, if you're in a city, you just got like a fucking huge supply of cans. You think you're just gonna ride it out? You're not. This is it, man. The war of all against all, I believe. And I believe it begins this year. It makes sense to me. 2026, 7 years of tribulation before Christ comes back. I think that makes sense. But we'll see if it's true or not. But I think so. So, see what happens. I think it's all happened before. That's why people just know. It doesn't even matter, man. Think about AI. Man, I didn't even get into this. Oh, AI. Okay. AI right now, it is going to take everybody's jobs. And not only that, like, yeah, sure, you'll be free not to have to work, and you get a basic income from the government. But now a lot of people are going to struggle for meaning in their lives. You need some kind of work. That's why, like, a lot of this homesteading stuff right now is so popular. You need it. You know, you have to. You have to have your the stimulation of work of some kind, and the pride that goes along with it. I think, what else do I keep in my bag? You got to keep a rain suit. You should have a silky saw, and one with a full handle. I just call it a silky saw, but a pruning saw. Those cut through wood good. They cut through wood pretty fast. You know, I mean, in a situation, I got chainsaws too, but if it gets to, if society collapses and you no longer can get gas, those chainsaws are useless. So have something. Axe, you don't have to carry an axe with you. If you're in the city and you want to get the fuck out, don't bring an axe. Just get a silky saw with a full handle, because that'll last you at least a couple of years. I had one last me a couple of years, and I was cutting wood and having a fire every day. Even in the summertime, mostly I would have a fire just to, So I know myself. I know what you need. I did it because I thought it was, I needed to get to know some of your plants. This year isn't going to help with that, though. This will help with some plants, but wherever you live, like, you have every opportunity with your cell phone, Google Lens, to snapshot any plant, every plant. Like, spend a couple days, like, spend one day. If you just spend a day cataloging every new plant that you see, you would know 90% of the plants in your area. You'd know 90% of the plants that I know, probably. All right. And then whenever you see a plant and you forget, take it out and look it up. Now, you verify it, though, that it is the plant that It is. But Google Lens is pretty good at identifying which plant it is. There's other ones too. There's PlantNet, and there's another app. PlantNet's pretty good. It's free as well. And Picture This as well. There's another one that's pretty accurate. Although you want to check the key identifying features before consuming anything. So whatever the key identifying features are, verify that that's what that plant matches that description. If it does, that's the one. Then it is, right. But do enough looking into look into every plant first, because if you ever get into a situation anyway where your food's going to be a problem, you want to know. You want to know especially which plants are poisonous, right? You want to be familiar with deadly nightshade, giant hogweed, poison hemlock. Those are very common ones. There's also a bunch more. There's a lot. Do you want to be a comment? You want to know things like that anyway, because now you can help people. Now I'm going to tell you, I'd get the hell out of the city, man. Get the hell out. Get out. Get out of the city. Because it's dangerous there. It's going to be dangerous. I don't know. It's going to be bad. You want to get some rope. You want to have a tarp, right? So you can stay dry, right? Rope and a tarp. You make a makeshift shelter, and you can go from there. But put some nails, a hatchet. Hatchet just because, well, it's you can use it instead of I get that instead of a hammer. Better you have 2 hatchets. That way you have a hatchet to bang the other hatchet with. But I wouldn't. No, maybe a hatchet and a hammer. The hammer's kind of heavy for a pack. I would just bring a hatchet, but a good one. A good one that wood can handle, you know. Gotta have a compass, probably a couple. You want to have blanket of some kind or sleeping bag, even better. And a wintertime sleeping bag if you're in Canada. Don't bring a tent. You got a tarp. You can build a shelter. Know how to build a shelter if you don't know how. Learn about plants. I'd carry a couple rat traps. And if you're between starving and not, rats might be all you got. And having a couple rat traps and a jar of peanut butter, like you might be all right for a while, you know. Gotta have a jar of peanut butter or some kind of. Well, you can make some kind of rat bait yourself if you need to on the run. I wouldn't worry about that. Maybe peanut butter is good anyway because you need it. You get protein. It's great for when you're on the move. Although I would learn about plants. I'd learn how to set snares. I'd definitely learn snares. Having snares and rat traps, snare squirrels, rat traps. Oh, carry a slingshot. I don't have that. Mine's outside and the weather was pretty rough. But I got a slingshot. Because I would think that my experience outside is that 90% of your hunting is going to be birds. Carry a big freezer Ziploc bag full of bird seed. Put a bit of bird seed out, or even peanuts, or if you don't have that, it doesn't matter anyway. There's lots of stuff in the wild. Once you know your plants out there, you could use some curly dock or what's the other one? Broad dock. I got the seed grains or whatever. Anything that has like a lot of seeds or anything like that, any kind of nuts. Fucking birds go for that. They're easy to attract, and you sit there with your slingshot and you got something to eat. If you're stuck to being on the land and being on the move, that'll be most of it. I mean, you might I'd probably bring a bow. I got my bow for that reason, for hunting in case deer and moose. If I end up off here, I'm on PEI. I don't have those things here. So for me, farming is kind of a thing for me. I got to get into. But you want to be able to survive regardless. Like what happens if something happens to PEI? I got to move. I got to get up into northern Canadian wilderness. You know, I want to know how to live. Right. And you start by learning in wherever you are, man, whatever kind of woods is near you, you can start. I moved out of my apartment. Dude, I had an apartment, man. I got not even, it was an apartment, it was a room. Sorry. I had a room in a guy's unfinished basement. And it was terrible. And it was $550 a month. And he had no problem renting it to the next guy after me, $600 a month for a room in an unfinished basement. It was small. And the guy was a weirdo. Like, oh my God, he was odd, a hard guy to live with. So thankfully that's over. COVID happened. I was like, okay, I'm out. I see where this is heading. This is what I figured anyway, but I was like, I'm not getting the vaccine. If you're not going to let me go to like stores or whatever, then that means I better learn how to live without access to your fucking stores and shit. I seen the shelves go. Do you see how shelves went empty during COVID? You imagine when Russia starts fucking nuking the US? You should have foodstuffs and that. I have an off-grid property and I'm got a sawmill there. I mill lumber. I use it, but I mostly work. I just do local construction work for people. So I'm still kind of in the community doing work for people, even though I'm a crazy person. People know I have a good heart. Oh, I think everybody knows I have a good heart. And I don't want to charge anybody, extra. I'm not trying to lie. Nobody to steal nothing from nobody. I honestly have sincerely good intentions. I want to go to heaven. I honestly and sincerely want to go to heaven. And I want to be helpful. I have a lifetime. So in my lifetime, I think it's important. What do you do with a lifetime? You try to be helpful beyond yourself. How else could you live beyond yourself? Teach as much as you can. I can weld kind of. I can build just about anything. I've become a carpenter now. I was a bricklayer for 25 years, but now I'm kind of comfortable calling myself a carpenter because it's most of what I do. Even though I'm more a handyman, but my carpentry is pretty good. I do a lot like rough. I do a lot. I sell a lot of my milled wood in my carpentry work as well. So I've got goals to get my mill running. To get a ramp on my mill, I bought a winch. I have a battery, so I'll have a ramp that'll pull the logs right onto the log bunks, and it's gonna be good. Yeah, I got it set. I got a good setup. I'll have to show you guys that stuff. I'm excited about my mill. I love it. I'm gonna have it. It's getting to the point where I can produce with it now. I'd like to see how many board feet I can produce in a day, and then I would come up with the price I would sell it for. But I want it to be efficient. So I'll probably spend spend 1 day or 2 days just dropping trees and bringing the logs over and stacking them in front of the mill. And then the next day, have the winch and load all the logs off. The winch I'm going to have on there installed anyway. I'm going to have it installed but yeah, I'm going to do that. See how many board feet I can produce in a day, and that's what I'll charge people for. My It'll be cheap. Again, I'll charge $35 an hour and see what. I'll count how many hours it is for like the whole week, and I'll make that at 35. Times up. You know what I mean? The $35, and I'll translate that into the board feet that I produced, and that'll be my price. Because I desire. It's $25 for me because I charge people $25 an hour cash to work for them, and it's $10 an hour for my mill, sharpening chains, whatever what other shit it is that I need, whatever the wear and tear on stuff that I'm using, gas and stuff. That's $10 an hour extra that I charge is for all that stuff. So, which I feel is fair, and then translate that in the board feet, and that'll be my price. So once I got my wood kiln up too, because I can't be selling on the wood that's not kiln dried, right? And it's not graded either. But I'm not, I'll tell people you're not allowed to frame with this shit. Although I'll frame with it because, like, hemlock, man, it's just because I haven't had your stamp on it. That's a grade A. Every fucking fiber of that stick is completely straight. There's no knots. Hemlock is beautiful. It's just like it grows like an arrow out of the ground. It goes like straight up, and it gets small it starts getting smaller at the very top. If the base of it's like 12 inches, like 15 feet up, it'll be like 10 inches. I'm telling you, it's fucking crazy. It's a beautiful tree. It just grows so straight like an arrow, and it doesn't grow big branches out of the sides like spruce is. No, spruce does. I wouldn't sell spruce to people to build. I wouldn't sell anything. I wouldn't sell any lumber to build with because it's against the law. But I wouldn't build with spruce unless I knew the tree didn't. Like, I wouldn't fucking cut spruce in that had knots in it. I wouldn't put it on the mill. Or I'd sell it as board wood. I don't mind board wood when it's got knots in it, but you don't want any kind of studs or anything like that. Fucking, because the government hasn't put a stamp on it, it's illegal to sell. So, but I will sell whatever. Like, I will sell wood for building fences, sheds, whatever you want. But you can't, anything that requires like a permit, you can't use my wood for. But I'll just let people know that, and that's fine. And I'll charge a quarter of what Home Depot charges, more than likely. I already know it. Right now it's about half, but I'm not running that efficiently yet. And so once I'm more efficient, like once I've got my deck on there and I've got a stack of logs, then I can measure my time. So you need a week so that I can measure my time of actually running it efficiently and have that whole period of time, and now deduce that into a translation of board feet per hour. I know that's how I'll sell my lumber, by the board foot, and that'll be the calculation I use. So anyway, I'm done. Get a rain suit, get ready. I'll show you guys some prepper shit later. I got chickens. I got some homesteader shit I got to talk to you guys about. Some kind of getting into homesteading as well. But I do want to just, I just want to give everybody, I want to give you guys a warning, man. I want to give you whatever I can to help you. That's it. I don't want to see what's coming. It sucks. And it is sad. But it has to happen, man. It has to happen. And we will know there is a God again. I can't say, I don't know. I know what the Bible says. It says, the Jesus 1,000-year reign, with Jesus living on the earth with us, which makes sense. Peace on earth with Christ. And first he's going to judge the world, and he's going to put us up. We're all going through a tribulation, but if you know God, you don't have to worry, man. Everything will always be there. Everything will always be there if you need it, man. You just fucking be there with God, man. Have good intentions. Fucking, you'll always have everything you need. Just have faith in God. And sometimes you need things that suck. And tribulation is going to suck for a lot of people, but I don't believe in an eternal hell. Matter of fact, I believe hell can be right here in this world. I know there's a lot of people in hell living in this world, and that's half the reason why they do heinous shit, because they have hell boiling inside of themselves. Just like Jesus said, kingdom of heaven is within, kingdom of hell is within too, man. People are boiling with it, and your outer reality is always gonna match your inner frequency. Some people, that's another thing. I wish the church would teach that. You want to live in, you want to live in peace, be peaceful. It's not really wrong to use the internet, but politics is wrong. Like, we got this fucking way of looking at things where it's, oh no, this person has to be controlled and this person has to be controlled. No. These guys know it's good for everyone. We've got this fucking such a limited view of what the system, what a functioning system could be. And maybe it's not meant to be. That's the trick, I think. I think it actually does function perfectly. This world is just a big sifter where the wheat is being sifted from the chaff. Right? It's a big fucking sifter, man. Grain is harvested and the wheats are discarded. And you know what? Maybe it does work like that. Fuck it, because you get so easy to get pulled into material bullshit. That's what I feel sad for people, man. It's easy. There is nothing material, man. There's no material, man. Like, you don't live in physical reality. You don't live now either. You know? This is like a big giant memory, man. It's just, I don't know, it always feels like that to me anyway. I feel like it's a big memory. Like I'm remembering something I forgot a long time ago. And I'm just like reliving it. But I know that at the end of this is going to be paradise. It has to be. It's like after World War II, after that was finally over, I don't know, was that 1938 or something? It took a little while, I guess. By the 1950s, America was booming. Actually, even 1940s, America, even through the war. I guess it's not really through the war so much, but it started booming after the war, and I imagine that'll happen again. I don't think it'll be America this time, though. Well, maybe it will be. Who knows? I don't know. I don't think it's going to go to the same world anymore. I think so many people are I think everybody almost is going to die. I think the 144,000 thing is real. I think most people are just going to die. Like, honestly, if you're living in the cities, you're going to see what's actually out there, man. There's people with there's gangs that have like bazookas and fucking grenades and shit, man. Like, these guys have fucking the ability to fucking unleash fucking an assault on whatever position you're on that you're not going to be able to fight off. You know? And there's several of these types of gangs, and they're already killing each other all over the place. They're not going to hesitate. And so, I mean, the best plan is to get the fuck out and not look like you have a lot of shit. Bring a backpack that has everything you're going to need to survive a long walk into the woods. I don't know. With your family or whatever. Once you're like basically outside city limits and in the woods, you're not completely out of the dark, but you're better off than you are. Get the fuck away. Because even like any woods that are within city limits and within like miles of the city is going to be stripped bare in days. There will be nothing left in there. You gotta have to go the fuck get out of Dodge. And what do you think's gonna happen to the food chain, man? Like it's like World War III's here, man. Like things are gonna change, man. I don't even know how crops are gonna be growing. Like, we all have to be trying to be growing crops and to be trying to help each other instead of trying to fucking go to war with each other. I'm telling you, the war's even happening within people's families, man. Oh no, he's a liberal. I'm not talking to him. He's a liberal. Oh, he's a Nazi because he's a conservative. I used to say I was a Nazi. I'm not. I think, well, I can appreciate anybody's observations. I believe in the nature perspective that Hitler offers in his book. But I, as a person, in my experience, I like Jews. I don't think they're bad. I know they rule the world, but I don't think that anybody else would do a better job, to be honest. And all this shit's meant to inflame us so that World War III happens when the Messiah comes. And they're going to need him to rescue them. Because they're in fucking, that Middle East thing is not a fucking good situation. Anyway, guys, best of luck. I'll have another live one of these days.